Did you wear that green shirt for to honor the Jets?
No, it's much taller than my color.
Go ahead.
My name is Dmitriy Kozlov, and by the way, he responded to my email 5 minutes after I got his autoresponder on video saying he wasn't going to respond to my email.
Yeah, that's the other thing, because I'm getting about 4,000 to 5,000 emails a day now.
Oh.
I've had to make an autoresponder where I make a video every month or two to update people with what's going on in my life. Autoresponder feels a little not one-on-one, but the video allows me to really, you can see the pain in my eyes of shit, the math of all of this is going to beat the man. I can't win this game, but I'm going to try really, really hard, and here's what's going on to why I can't do it the way I did it 3 or 4 years ago. But I'm seeing them all. I mean, they're just coming through, and I'm trying to jump in when I can, so I'm glad to hear that happened.
Yeah, I certainly appreciated it. I was a little starstruck. So, I read your book also about 1.5 years ago, and Crush It, yep. And as a result, I was able to graduate college and create a job not only for myself, but for a number of others, basically doing what you do in Vaynermedia on a maybe 1% scale of that. So my question for you is, you've spent decades building your own brand, and we're very passionate about it. Why the strong shift in passion towards helping others build their brands? And it seems like right now your main focus is Vaynermedia based on all your recent updates. Why that shift, and what drives you about it?
Sure. So every decision, this is going to go over so poorly here. Every decision I make, and some of you guys know this, is to buy the New York Jets, right? So I spent 8 years of my career building a business, right? I've always been a businessman, as I told you, but I built a business that gave me a foundation to be able to afford to take risks. It's fun to hear you say you spent decades building your brand, because I've only been building my brand since 2006, right? So that means I've done a lot of good work to make it feel that way. So I caught that and excited.
Well, all the time before that, you were
for sure. But this was truly when I started at any kind of scale. Because for the 8 years that I was at Wine Library, I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, went in at 7, went home at 11, and was building operations, not really building my brand. I was building the Wine Library brand. The reason I've shifted now to do client work, which, oh, by the way, makes me want to kill myself, right? As an entrepreneur, as a thesis, building client work doesn't build an asset. You're making great cash flow, but I can't sell it because I can never work for any fucker, right? So I have nothing to sell. The reason I did that was, I believe for me to really buy the Jets, there was a window of knowledge that I didn't understand. I really, really, really know how to take something from 0 to $200 million in my sleep. It's the lucky DNA I have. Everybody has their own strengths. I'm the luckiest guy on earth because I have the greatest mother of all time, who then not only did I have that raw talent, my mom knew how to be the greatest chef in the world and took that talent and gave me the self-esteem and guided me in a way that really made me and I hate to say this, but you're gonna love this one. Even though I think he's the worst human on earth, what Bill Belichick does with somebody like Troy Brown, puts him when you take a wide receiver and make him a safe, when you put players in the best position to succeed, you guys going from 3-4 to 4-3 this year, when you do that, you know what the fuck you're doing. And my mom knew how to do that. She saw somebody who was charismatic and knew sales and understood business, but didn't give a rat's ass about the English language or Pluto, right? And she molded that. So I got very lucky. But what I didn't understand was at scale. I knew there was a blind spot in my entrepreneurial repertoire from what you do from 250 to 2 billion. And the best thing I thought that I could do was get paid to learn it. So now when I go to Gillette, and now when I go to PepsiCo and Green Mountain Coffee and the National Hockey League and the Jets, who are a client, and all that, I have learned so much in about 4 minutes, because that's how I roll when it comes to business, that now I believe I'm prepared. In 3 or 4 years, Vayner's going to be a $30–40 million company next year. So I've got to see that through. I'm building out operations. I just took us from 30 to 50 employees in 2 weeks. We're going to probably be at 80 or 90. We're signing a shitload of new clients. So I'm building out structure like I did at Wine Library. I'll do it for a year, 2 or 3. Right now, because social media is so hot, we have a shot to be the social media agency of the world if we want it, and I'm trying to stay focused on that. So you build a $300, $400, $500, $600 million company, which is what I think the potential of this company is within 48 months, and then I'll use that base, and then I'll go launch a vodka or a soda or a candy bar that allows me to build a $2, $3, $4 billion brand like Vitamin Water or Grey Goose, and then I'll sell it, and then I'll buy the Jets, and then I'm gonna win all the fucking Super Bowls.
One more question. Can I jump on stage and get a picture with you? I don't know you. Awesome.